How you doing? I remember it being a little warmer up here at this level. Another day. Another day.
Hopefully no parents get kicked out this time.
Right. talking about programs. I paid $6 for coffee.
I'm a Frenchie guy.
I paid for it. It seemed like a lot. Whatever it was. How are you? I'm good. What's that? Oh, yeah, it was worse down. It was worse down south. Yeah, weird, but well, I think it was supposed to pick up like from like Utica down to Binghamton, that swath, like north of 88. It was supposed to be minus 30 with wind chill. Unbelievable. Holy cow.
So in Maryland, they have a village farm down right inside. And they always have these swans.
Oh, right.
They made an actual location.
I remember when
I'm driving by.
Oh, yeah. Still coming out. Wow.
And this one's just going to keep looking up.
Yeah, word. It's not going to melt nicely either. Yeah. Well, doesn't mean they did. All right, hockey fans, hopefully you can hear me. If you cannot, please light up that chat because you're going to have it go several times because it pops up and disappears. And so if I'm not looking at my phone screen, I will not see your messages in time. So just keep hitting it. And I don't know. Because yesterday was the first time that issue occurred for me, but it has happened in the past for my wife, Karen. So I'm not exactly sure. I am not on Google's preferred list of people that they take care of, apparently. Gonna have to fix that. I need more subscribers. Almost at 3,000. So please subscribe if you haven't already and tell somebody else about it and get them to subscribe. So here we are at the Mid-State Athletic Community Center. Oh. All right, so I saw the message go by, but now I see that it's gone. I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't read it. So that was an alert. I think before, when I didn't have my AirPods in, you could hear a lot more rink sounds, but you won't hear me so well doing a play-by-play. And I don't think the picture is clear enough that you can tell what's going on just by watching. So I will do the play-by-play. I also do the play-by-play because I have a hard time keeping quiet. And it's either do play-by-play or I start becoming one of those parents that yells at the kids at what to do. But then I get angry if they actually listen to me because I'm not the coach, I'm just the parent. And as a former youth soccer coach, that used to irritate me when kids would listen to the parents instead of me. So anyway, here we are at the Mid-State Athletic Community Center, home of the Syracuse Nats. The Utica Junior Comets are in their road reds. All right, you can hear it. Thank you. And the Syracuse Gnats are in their home whites. Utica won yesterday 4-1. Let's see what happens today. There's the faceoff. Sandor wins the draw, pulls this puck back, pushed forward by LeBeau, and Sanzone dumps that puck in. Going after it. Baki not able to get there in time. Puck held in by Chad Hall. Hall sends us up to the half boards, out to Sanzone. He tries to make some room. There's a shot blocked in front by Coburn Steele. Ezra Stahlberg in net again for the Nats. Puck gets passed out to Haichu. Jake trying to get to it, coming through. John Casey shot. I believe that was a save made, or maybe it went wide, or I'm not exactly sure. Narchis in net again. Jackson Narchis in goal for Utica. So 34 seconds in, we've got our first whistle. Puck went out of play. We'll have a face-off in the zone. This face-off comes over to the side for the Nats. Kalen Brown fires this into the far corner, picked up by Gavin Aceto. He passes this across, intended for Drew Main. Doesn't go anywhere near him. Letourneau tries pushing that in. Puck comes out. And Gavin Aceto loses that puck as he crosses into the offensive zone. Andrew Gabor trying to take it away. Knocked down by Witchley. And the checks have begun. And we're doing unsportsmanlike against Witchley. I'm not sure why they stopped the play, because didn't the Nats have the puck? So Utica penalty number 51, Andrew Witchley. 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. Yep, 2 minutes minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. I didn't see any time go up on the clock, so I thought maybe I missed something. We had incidentals, but we do not. This will be a power play for the Syracuse Gnats here. Witchley with a 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike. Time of the penalty, 1:04 of the first period. Nats win that faceoff, send that puck all the way around. Andrew Gabor picks it up at the hash mark, skates this in over the end line, and passes it back out to Letourneau at the point. Letourneau fires it in deep for Gabor, and this puck is intercepted by Tyler Main, and he just clears the ice with it. Stahlberg holds it for Christopher Pierce. Pierce comes around at somewhat of a speed, passing this up through the neutral zone. Letourneau in on the right side from the corner. Puck deflected back by Joe LeBeau. Ripped all the way around by Slater Sandor. Held in by Pierce. Pierce fires that. Goes off of Main. That does not look like it was a ticklish kind of puck hit. Main has it. Tyler gets us ahead for Law. Law with a little check. That puck gets turned back. Kalen Brown coming back. 1-on-4. Shot save made by Narchis. Rebound goes into the corner. Now at the point, Pierce sends this back in deep. Goes through to the trapezoid. Grab back there. No, it almost wasn't. But Aiden Van Wee fires that puck down. And we've got less than a minute to go in the penalty kill for Utica. Here's Kirkby in. Shot, save. Rebound goes to the corner. Brock Malachek with it. And he has that taken away by Colin Aceto. Dan-Dalin in deep. Dan-Dalin loses that puck at the trapezoid. Taken away by Aiden Swarthout. Swarthout fires it up to Benkoski. Benkoski meets Sandor. Sandor staying on him, putting the forecheck on. Puck gets passed all the way across. 15 seconds left in the player advantage for Syracuse. Kirkby fires that into the far corner. Brock Malachek grabs it momentarily, drops it back for Benkoski, pushing it forward. Malachek back out to the point, and that leaks back out into the neutral zone. Dalin coming out, trying to pull that away from Caden Whaley, and does, but it goes too far. Stahlberg sends that over to the side. Whaley grabs it out of the air and pops it back up into the neutral zone. Sandor turns, fires it on net. Glove save by Stallberg drops it down for Alex Kirkby to play on. Puck comes up. Benkoski fires this across. Sanzo got a piece of it, and Sandor ices it. Bring the faceoff back down by Jackson Narchis. 3.5 minutes have expired in this first period. We are playing 3 20-minute periods with ice cuts in between. Cole Campbell taking that face off. He was missing yesterday. Good to see him on the ice today for Utica. John Casey goes over to the hash mark, sends this puck all the way around, picked up by Hall, gets this out into the neutral zone. Sanzone falls down. His feet went the wrong direction. Letourneau fires this up, blocked by Campbell. Blind pass behind him. Coburn steals it. Passes it up to Jake Haichu. Haichu going into the offensive zone. Fires that, goes high off the glass. Sanzone into the corner to pick that puck up. Driving this out, dropped down by Coburn. Steal, kick to the side by Campbell. Off the backboard, and Joey LeBeouf goes to pick that puck up. Can't clear it out. Baki not able to get it either. Puck pushed forward by Letourneau. Now turned back, and that's going to be another icing. We'll bring the face-off back by Jackson Narchis. 15:41 to go in the first period. Scoreless here in Cicero, also known as the Cicero Twin Rinks, but the official name is the Mid-State Athletic Community Center. The match. Gotta hit the double C's, right? I don't think either one of them is silent. Here's the face-off. Won by Colin Aceto. Ripped around by Wichley. James Law nudges this out. Cameron picks this puck up. Cameron Dalin in on the right side. Pass over. Oh, gets tipped in the air. Save. Loose puck swept away by Kirkby. Held in at the point by Wichley. Fires it. Deflected. Goes back behind the net. Played to the corner by Letourneau. Chasing after Andrew Gabor. And he's able to get that puck out. Just picking it up, Dylan Ling. Sends that in deep, hustling after it. Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee in the corner. Passes behind the net for Wichley. Wichley fires it up to Colin Aceto. Colin to Dalin to Law. Law touches it ahead. He's going to get the chase on. Alex Kirkby gets to it first, drives this puck back, and it is picked up by Dylan Ling, and he sends it all the way down for an icing. And with just under 15 minutes to go in the first period, we'll have a face-off to the left side of Ezra Stallberg. Scoreless here in the first period. The main line out with Gavin Aceto, Hall and LeBeouf on defense. Brock Malachek at the hash mark, trying to get that puck out. Tyler Main braces in, almost lost it, recovers, sends it through the trapezoid to the far corner. Gavin Aceto not able to get to it. Punch out. Drew Main steals it, gets this to Gavin Aceto. Curls around to get this back to his forehand. From the point, overtipped by Drew Main, and it goes just wide. Tyler battling back behind. Puck sent up. Gavin not able to catch it. Retrieves that puck in the neutral zone. Sends it back forward. Joey LeBeouf misses it. He's a defenseman anyway. He was on his way back to play defense, and that puck is iced. So we'll come back on the right side of Ezra Stallberg and see how Utica does from there. 14:17 to go in the first period. Scoreless here in Cicero. Face-off driven to the corner by Drew Main. Grabbed by Letourneau. Letourneau all the way across to Malachek. Malachek swings and misses. Comes in. Shot wide left off the backboard. Gavin Aceto. Oh, tried to pick it up. Loses it. On the dasher board there. Malachek in the corner. Feeds this back out to the point for Roscoff. Roscoff shot gets deflected. Here comes Gavin Aceto. Aceto in, shot, no goal! Gavin Aceto breaks the seal. Utica Junior Comets goal scored by number 17, Gavin Aceto, unassisted. Number 17, unassisted. Time of the Utica Junior Comets goal, 6:12 of the first period, and they lead it here 1-0 in Cicero. Off the faceoff, John Casey grabs that puck, plays it back in the neutral zone, fires it all the way across to Finley Hagen. Not Hagen. That was Letourneau. He tried to pass it to Hagen, and it went off the skate of Verano. Puck comes back. Aiden Van Wee picks it up. Van Wee rips this. Oh, that gets blocked by Haichu. But Witchley able to send it back out. Kirkby catches this in neutral zone, brings it back in once his team checks up on side. Far side, Sandor trying to get that puck out. He's just trying to get the Nats out. Kirkby goes into the corner to pick this puck up. Brings this out towards the middle, loses it. Witchley trying to drive that puck around. It's in the corner. Nats with it. Casey back to Hagen. Hagen tries giving it back to Casey, and Sandor steals it, and he sends that out, misses sand zone. Sometimes I miss Sandor to sand zone. It ties my tongue up, and in this case, it just went all the way down for icing. 12:49 remaining in the first period. Utica leads 1-0 here in Cicero. Don't forget, later on today, you're going to watch the Seattle Seahawks beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I'll call it now, but I'm not betting on it. I have squares. I bought so many squares this year, I don't even know where they're all at. Dan-Dalin, got a piece of it, enough for Law to take that puck away. Law makes his way around Dylan Ling, gets this puck into the corner around Whaley. Law into the trapezoid, skates ahead, Coburn steal. Passes it out to Hall, shot, glove save, Ezra Stallberg, and Dylan Ling hits Chad Hull after he releases the puck. We call that tough hockey. It was right in front of him, so he didn't blindside him. So personally, I'm mostly okay with it. It was a late hit, but, there's a lot of energy out there. Go more against Colin Aceto. Colin wins the draw, sends this back to LeBeouf. LeBeouf fires this in. Nats pick this puck up, and they send out. Misses Kalen Brown. LeBeouf off the board, trying to get it to somebody. Whaley steals it, then he loses it. Jimmy going after it. Law spun around. Gabor down. And he gets back up. Letourneau fires this. I don't know if it was for Gabor or Ling, but LeBeouf hit it. LeBeouf over the end line. Oh, there's a big check by Dylan Ling. Chad Hull picks that puck up. LeBeouf and Ling going after it still. And we'll follow the puck. And goals is what matters, not fights. But, the physicality of hockey is what makes us love it so much. Here's Kalen Brown in, around. Oh, and he gets tripped by LeBeouf. Joey's going to go to the box for a cross and a trip, or we got a double? I mean, unless if he's handing one out to the Nats as well for a late cross catch. Oh, my God. He did it. Double minor on Joe LeBeouf. That's 4. Double minor for Joe LeBeouf. 2-minute minor for tripping, and then a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. So 4 minutes up on the board for number 18, Joe LeBeouf of Utica. It's Syracuse Nats power play. Syracuse Nats power play. Alex Kirkby coming back, taking his time. Puck grab by Witchley. He fires it back. Tyler Main going in. He's going to force Aiden Swarthout to make a play. Main has them all wrapped out. Swarthout gives a bad pass, a poor pass, I should say. Now this comes back. Kirkby picks it up at center ice into the ozone. 2-on-3. Shot deflected. Goes up and hits the netting. And 36 seconds have expired on the penalties against Joe LeBeouf. Cole Campbell taking the face-off for Utica. Puck is just sitting there. Finley Hagen comes in and gets this puck back to Kirkby. Kirkby winds up shot off the leg of Xavier Abaki. Haichu misses it. This comes back into the neutral zone. Oh, somebody's going to get an earful about that one. Gabor passes this back to Kirkby. Kirkby up to Gabor. Andrew Gabor in, centering pass, and Witchley gets a piece of it. Puck swings high into the air, drops down, sent into the corner. Finn Hagen going after it. Now puck gets sent back over by John Casey, out to the point for a high two. Jake fires that into the corner. John Casey fires this all the way across to Kirkby. Kirkby to the middle. No, it's going over for Gabor. Fires it, misses, comes all the way around. The long arm of Alex Kirkby keeps that in, pushes that puck to John Casey. Casey in at the corner. And we've got our old traditional umbrella set up here. 5-2 up, shot, tip, goal! Hagen from high two. A game-tying goal. So with 2:23 left, that'll bring us down to 2 minutes of a penalty. I'll take care of the tripping penalty, but the cross check is still on for Joe LeBeau. So Syracuse Nats power play goal scored by number 4, Finley Hagen, assisted by number 1, Jake Haiku. 4 from 1. Time of the goal, 10:06. comes John Casey, loses that puck. Aiden Van Wee rips his stick free. Tyler Main couldn't get out. Letourneau carries it in. He's got Van Wee on him, drops that puck out for Kalen Brown. Brown with it, deep centering pass. Wichley gets a piece of it and touched by Tyler. Now Gavin Aceto skating up with that puck. Here's Gavin into the offensive end. He's got Tyler in the middle. Backhand centering pass is blocked by Alex Kirkby. Kirkby pushes this up, and Gabor able to get it out. Tyler Main still battling, recovers. Good job of forechecking from a knee. Tyler still in possession of that puck, never losing it. Tyler tries passing this up, and that's a missed pass and into a crowd of changing players. John Casey over to Kirkby. Kirkby makes his way around Tyler. Colin Aceto there, pulls his puck away. He's checked off of that puck by Andrew Gabor. Letourneau grabs it, fires this across for Finley Hagen. Hagen back to Letourneau. Letourneau feeds this through, touched up by John Casey into the corner, grabbed by Joe LaBeouf. Not LaBeouf, but Tyler Main with it all the way across, reaching Cameron Dallin. Gets this around, but grabbed by Caden Whaley. Whaley sends this up, and it's picked up by John Casey. Turn back, James Law. It's got Christopher Pierce. Colin Aceto trying to get that stick in for the puck. Law grabs it, pulls this out, goes off of Haichu. John Casey back to pick this puck up into the corner, has Law all over him, forechecking like a mad dog. Whaley over, feeds this to Hagen. Hagen all the way across to Christopher Pierce. Pierce fires this on net, save made by Narchis. Hagen nudges this forward. Dallin grabs it, sends this behind the goal for Joey LaBeouf. LaBeouf in through the air, gloved down by Christopher Pierce. Pierce sends this back into trapezoid, picked up by Cameron Dallin. Dallin to LaBeouf. LaBeouf looking for somebody to pass to, so he passes it to Whaley. That was weird. Comes back to Joe. Goes back to Whaley. Whaley fires it up. Colin Aceto just nudges that into the offensive zone, but it was time for his line to change. Off bench, Sanzone steals that puck. Can he get it up to Sandor? He gets all tied up. Lots of shoving and pushing and stabbing at the puck. Somebody wants to get it free. Baki almost had it, and that's enough of that for the referees. We'll have a face-off in the zone to the right of Ezra Stahlberg. Is the sound back yet? Can you hear anything? Here's the face-off. Baki steps up, gets that puck, goes into the corner, sends this behind the goal. Aiden Van Wee hustling up, trying to get to that puck before Malachek. Malachek sends this up along, and Sanzo not able to get it. Here comes Brock Malachek in, centering pass across, and a save made by Narchis. Nice one-timer by Benkoski. Narchis able to get over in time. Aiden Van Wee sends this off the board. Sanzone nudges this through. He's going to chase after it. Kirkby there clears this back out. Swarthout has it. Swarthout passes all the way across for Benkoski. Benkoski pushes this into the corner. And there's 1 minute of play remaining in this first period. Steele, Coburn sends that in. Wichley sends this all the way around. Held in by Kirkby. Grabbed by Baki. Baki can't get this out. Sanzone. Sandor trying to come. Oh! And there we go. 43 seconds remaining. Period. And there may be an injury. Let's let the officials officiate. So that coach went over to help out and took a swing at a kid. That's what happens. About 42 minutes into the stream. No one. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You hear me? Can you hear me talking? Somebody, type. All right, excellent. So we're waiting to figure out what the penalties are. Nobody's hurt. I don't think anybody's injured. Nobody's on the ice. A coach for the Nats has been ejected for whatever he did to the player on the bench. So I'll let you go back to watching that. So they're just trying to assess, I think, figure out what the penalties might be. There may be player penalties. There should be some sort of a bench minor for a coach being ejected. I don't know if one of our coaches, it looks like Pinard is being removed. Or no, he's getting a stick. Maybe he's going to play. Maybe the ref's going to play. All right. I don't know. That stick. Now we're complaining about broken sticks. Now we're challenging. Oh my goodness. This is silly. Can't we all just get along? It's like a bowl full of testosterone that nobody knows how to control. It's just bubbling over.
5-on-5?
And no penalties assessed. Oh. Sanzone is leaving the ice. I don't know. All right, can we just coin flip and go have lunch somewhere? You can't press charges. It's in the contract. Off the ice, different story.
So we're out?
No. All right, I tried connecting my AirPods again. Hopefully you can still hear me. A thumbs up or a I hear you, Dan, would be great. 5-on-5, no penalties assessed. 30 seconds ago, that shot gets deflected, goes into the corner. Played back behind the goal by Hagen. Haichu on the far side. Passes over to Hagen. Excellent, thank you guys. Hagan with it again, top of the circle, feeds just to Whaley. Whaley back to Hagan. Hagan, I think he meant to shoot that. I don't know, but he passed it back behind the net to Letourneau. Letourneau, that puck is saved, held on to by Narchis. Yeah, no penalties. How bizarre. Oh, we had some parents threatening to press charges against somebody. I don't know. Witchley with the puck. Final 2 seconds. Passes to Gavin Aceto, and that's the end of the period. So at the end of one period of play, it is the Syracuse Nats 3, Utica Junior Comets 2. I'll give a point for the officials, and one for the parents as well. So 3-2, Nats lead after one period of play. Oh, it looks like we're not cutting the ice in between periods. I thought... Right? Or was yesterday our only Q game and today's not? And this is just for fun, just to see if we could injure somebody. So the ice is not being cut, but I thought the New York State Amateur Hockey Association requirement is that a 20-minute period requires an ice cut. It does not appear that that is what's happening. The officials have left the puck at center ice. And we're just going to switch sides and keep on playing. That ice has got to be all chipped up, too. How am I supposed to get another cup of coffee?
Why did you move the camera?
Somebody got hurt.
Yeah, if you waited one more second, you would have saw the grown-ass adult kick our kid.
Oh, you kicked him on the ice?
Us.
It's on
like,
live barn.
I know, but like he came over, it was in the frame, and then you moved him right before he got thrown.
Well, because when he came out, I thought somebody was hurt, right? And I don't like to.
It's his kid.
Ah, well.
Like father, like son. That's what we have going on in this game. Just by the way.
Off the face-off.
Near boards. Dan-Dalin grabs it, passes this back to Chad Hall. Hall fires this up to Law. Law tries getting this to Colin Aceto. And in it goes. John Henry takes that puck away for the Nats. Law challenging. Puck gets passed over. And coming out is, well, Hagan had it for a moment. Now Chad Hall has it. Clears the zone. Pass this up to Colin Aceto. Aceto's centering pass is missed. Haichu back with it. He's got Colin on him. I'm sorry, not Haichu. Hagan. Finn Hagan. And that puck taken away by Law, but he gives it right back to the Nats. Here's John Casey. Over the blue line. Tried short passing that to Haichu. Missed it. Law gets this to Aceto. Hagan steals it back. Hagan into the O-zone. Centering pass. John Casey shot wide right. Rebound. Grabbed by Colin Aceto. Bakke picks it up. Bakke back into his own corner. Loses that puck. Hagan shot. Save. And now it's covered up by Narchis. Joey LaBeouf coming in to remove Hagan from trying to keep swinging at that puck. And that'll make somebody angry, I'm sure. I can't believe they didn't cut the ice still. Sandor taking the face-off against Gabor. Witchley, near side, pass this puck up. Gets tipped by Letourneau, so Bakke not able to catch that puck. Coburn Steele sends that down. No icing. Witchley picks it up off the backboard. Rips this all the way around. Gabor lets it go back to Letourneau. Letourneau trying to drive that puck forward. Knocked out by Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee to Bakke. Bakke's got Sandor. Sandor shot. Oh! Nice stick check by Dylan Ling. This puck coming all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. And we'll bring this face-off down to Ezra Stahlberg. 18:05 remaining in the second period. 3-2, Syracuse Nats with the lead. Andrew Gabor taking a face-off against Drew Main. Gabor pulls this back. Coburn steal in the corner. Tyler Main takes that puck away, sends it back, and Letourneau grabs it, pushes it up to the half boards. Stopped by Drew Main. He sends this to the slot, taken away by Gabor. Gabor to Brown. Brown sends this ahead. Aiden Van Wee picks this puck up. He's got Dylan Ling all over him, and we've got a hooking penalty against the Nets, or a high stick. All right. As long as it results in somebody sitting for 2 minutes. So Syracuse Nats penalty number 17, Dylan Ling, 2-minute minor for a high stick. Number 17, 2 minutes for a high stick. Time of the minor penalty, 2:15 of the second period. And it's a Utica Junior Comets power play. Gavin Aceto in the corner with Caden Whaley, trying to free that puck, and he has it. Goes over to the corner, passes this up to Drew Main at the top of the circle, sends this back into the corner, comes right back to him. Drew down to the hash marks, now bottom of the circle. Board pass back out to Witchley. Drew fires this all the way across to Gavin Aceto. Aceto sends this into the slot, and it gets missed and grabbed by Christopher Pierce, sends this all the way down the length of the ice. Aiden Van Wee back to with that puck. Brock Milacek trying to keep him honest, and does. Or Milacek. Here comes Gavin Aceto. Back past Milacek. Gavin over the blue line. Stops at the point. Feeds this into Tyler Main. Tyler, shot, save, Ezra Stallberg. Tyler must have caught that pass too far in front of him. Would have been a great one-timer, but he was just slightly out of position for that. Took a head-on shot, and Ezra Stallberg had enough time to square up to him and made an easy save. 16:55 remaining in the second period, 1:11 in the high stick penalty against Dylan Ling. James Law sends that in deep. Sandor grabs it in the trapezoid, knocked free, and cleared around by Roscoff, I believe. No, it was Christopher Pierce. Chad Hull from his trapezoid. 50 seconds left in the power play for Utica. Here comes Chad right down the middle of the ice. Passes this up for Law. This keeps getting tipped by John Casey. Colin Aceto skates us back into his trapezoid to free himself from John. 35 seconds. We have to make decisions faster. Well, John Casey made a fast decision. Save made, though. Rebound comes up to Dalin, who kicks it over to Law. We'll say he did that on purpose. Law sends this into the corner around Caden Whaley. Law picks this up in the trapezoid, sends this up to the point for Aceto. Colin over to Hull, stays in. Dalin couldn't get the shot off. It hit Law's skate. Law able to get that into the corner, chases after it. Whaley with him. Whaley pressing Law up against the board. Slater Sandor comes in, pulls that puck, and the teams are even. Pass to Dalin is blocked by Stallberg. There's a shot, and that is gobbled up by Ezra Stallberg for the save and the faceoff. 15:37 remaining in period number 2 here in Cicero at the Mid-State Athletic Community Center. Syracuse Nats lead 3-2 with over 15 and a half minutes to go in the second period. Drew Main lining up for the faceoff against John Casey. Casey pulls his puck back, stepping up Tyler Main. Haichu had that for a moment. Drew Main takes his puck, puts it towards the net. A block by the Nats. Witchley brings this over on side. Puck taken away. Jake Haichu skating it up on the far side. Haichu gets by Gavin Aceto. Oh, loses that puck in the foot of snow. This is like my driveway. Puck set all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. I don't know. I think they're just going to wait till after the second period. I mean, 5 minutes away from half through the period, the Zamboni's not even out on this side, you know. Utica wins that draw. Aiden Van Wee to Tyler Main. Tyler, puts his cross. Gavin Aceto can't find it in his skates. Charles Letourneau takes that puck away, tried clearing it, goes off of Drew's body. Jake Haichu picks this puck up. He goes into the corner. Our teams are even now. Letourneau from the point fires this off of Maine, and Haichu caught Witchley in the face with that stick. It's going to be another high stick penalty. Haichu immediately apologized to Witchley. It wasn't on purpose. He tapped him on the old back and said the sorry. Well, we had 5-on-5 hockey for just over a minute. Now it's Syracuse Nats penalty number 1, Jake Haichu, 2-minute minor for high sticking. Number 1, 2 minutes, high stick. Time of the minor penalty, 5:23 of the second period, and it's another Utica Junior Comets power play. Colin Aceto feeds this to the middle, too far ahead of Dan-Dalin for him to catch it. Puck goes into the corner, held in by Law to Dan-Dalin. Dan-Dalin trying to get it back to Law, and it got blocked by Swarthout. Swarthout sends this down the length of the ice. Chad Hull back to pick it up. Hull from his trapezoid lets Law and Colin Aceto curl around. Passes this up to Aceto. Aceto crisscrosses. Sandor was offsides when he caught that puck, but apparently I'm the only one that cares. Here's Law. Centering pass. Oh, Dallin's one-timer goes wide. And the net. Ezra kicked it off just a little late. $13:51 to go in the second period. 1:14 in the power play for Utica. Sandor in for the faceoff. Got Sandor, Colin Aceto, Law, Dan-Dalin, and Chad Hull. Now puck is cleared by the Nats. Narchis sends this to the corner. Hull picks it up off the boards for Colin Aceto. Colin skates this up into the offensive zone. Drops it off for Dan-Dalin. Dan-Dalin over to Hull. Hull back over for Colin. Colin from the point back to Hull on the other side. Hull fires this in. Stop made by Stahlberg. Law picks up the rebound. 45 seconds. Hull. Sandor's got to stop. He's got to stop. Now you're going to take Sandor away. Well, he knocked out Whaley's stick. Going to get called for a cross-checking on Slater Sandor. So Utica Junior Comets penalty on number 71, Slater Sandor. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Number 71, 2 minutes cross-check. Time of the minor penalty, 6:41. Oh, and he got a roughing. It's a good thing that he kept antagonizing Caden Whaley. He's in there for 4 minutes now, double minor. 36 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, and then it'll be a power play for the Nats, unless they send somebody into the box, which is unfortunately likely. Hull got a piece of that, grabbing it. Kalen Brown. Brown through the neutral zone. Puck stopped, shot fired by Dylan Ling. He misses the goal. Christopher Pierce from the point feeds this into Brown. Kalen making away into the slot. Puck knocked away by James Law, and that's going to be no icing, waved off. I think Law hit his stick and made the Nats stick send that puck down. How was that? Good job by James. Christopher Pierce one touches this up to Kalen Brown, and it's a player advantage for the Nats. And that puck. Who's happy that netting's there now, huh? All right, one time we like the netting being there. Otherwise, I hate the netting. The netting just saved these people's lives. 3 ladies might have knocked over their drink. Would have had Crown Royale spilled all over the bleachers. Drew Maine lining up for the faceoff against Aiden Swarthout. Maine pulls his puck back. Witchley loses this. Oh, my goodness. Witchley almost centered that pass. Joey LeBeouf fires that all the way down. Under 3 minutes to go in the power play for the Nats. Andrew Gabor trying to get fancy, and Gavin Aceto aggressively back-checking. Here's John Casey with the puck. Sends this all the way across to Gabor. John Casey picked that leg up, and I thought he was offsides when he did that to allow Casey to skate by, but who am I? Worked out, curls this around in the corner, passes this across to Christopher Pierce. Pierce couldn't get the shot off. Now he sends that, goes up and hits the netting at the ceiling on the face-off in the zone. Should be on this side of Narcissus. 2:17 remaining, or 17 seconds remaining in the cross-checking penalty against Slater Sandor, and then the roughing penalty will begin. So 2:17 remaining in the power play for the Nats. Cole Campbell in for the face-off for Utica. Face-off won by Swarthout. Pulls this back to John Casey. Fires it, tipped in front by Hagen. Nice save by Narcissus. This puck gets cleared by Utica. Campbell going after it. Try to keep John Casey honest. Casey passes over to Swarthout. Campbell in the defensive position. Swarthout over to Casey. He's got to play it off the boards, and that allows Aiden Van Wee to fire that puck all the way back down. Less than 2 minutes to go in the power play for Syracuse. Swarthout drops that back to Haichu. Jake passes up to John Casey. Casey, able to get that by Campbell. Casey, though, didn't like what he saw. Sends this over to the point. Gets passed back. Casey in the center point. Feeds this up to Swarthout. Had a wide open net. Just couldn't settle that puck down. Goes back to Hagen. Finn Hagen from the corner. Back out to John Casey at the point. Casey steps up. Feeds this up to Swarthout at the hash marks. Swarthout circling around. Fires over the one-timer from Christopher Pierce. Save made by Narcissus. Puck goes out of play. On the face-off on the right side of Jackson with 1:18 remaining in the double minor against Slater Sandor. Andrew Gabor in for the face-off for Syracuse, squaring off against James Law. Law picks this puck up, and it goes back to the point for Christopher Pierce. He sends this up for Keelan Brown. Brown loses this to Law. Law sent that off the side of Austin Benkowski, who's sitting on the bench for the Nats. Tried to send it off the boards, but it went just a touch too high. 1:07 remaining in the power play for Syracuse. Law and Gabor again. Gabor wins this one cleanly. Puck comes back. John Casey. Christopher Pierce shot. Save made by Jackson Narcissus. Look at that fancy stick work back there by Joey LaBeouf. Snapped his stick on the netting to pop the puck up, hit it with his stick, and caught it in the air to hand it to the official. Law. Couldn't clear it. John Casey right there. Gut shot. $50 seconds. Puck sent around. Christopher Pierce stops it. Dan-Dalin going back. Keelan Brown feeds this to Gabor. Gabor skates this out to the center point. Now feeds this to Dylan Ling. Back to Gabor. Gabor shot. Save made. LaBeouf couldn't clear it. Gabor grabs it. Feeds this to Christopher Pierce. Pierce shot. Tipped in front by Dylan Ling. Hits the netting. We'll have another face-off on this side of Jackson Narcissus. 30 seconds left in the penalty kill for Utica. Utica trails 3-2 with 9:48 to go in the second period. Some fresh legs coming out. Dalin and Law going off. Colin Aceto and Cole Campbell coming in. Colin, now he's going to get tossed. I think Campbell wanted to take the face-off anyway. Battle for that puck, goes off the ref's skate, comes up to, Keelan Brown not able to catch that at the point. Colin Aceto going after it. John Casey takes this into the trapezoid. 15 seconds remaining in the penalty against Sandor. Cole Campbell gets that away from Keelan Brown. He's got to chase after it. Goes back into his zone, and he wipes out. Coming back, Dylan Ling to get that puck before Campbell could make something dirty happen. Passes it up to... who's got it now? John Casey has it now. Casey in it deep at the corner, drops it back for Gabor. And we've got a lost glove for Dylan Ling. What did he do? All right. So Dan-Dalin complained about something to the ref as his stick and glove got knocked out of his hand. So he got an unsportsmanlike and then a 10-minute misconduct for what he said to the official. And the scorekeeper, again, doesn't understand the rules, so he has to ask the official again what this all means. So it is a Syracuse Nats penalty, number 17, Dan-Dalin, a 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct and a 10-minute misconduct for what he said to the official. A 2 and 10 on number 17, Dan-Dalin, 2 minutes being served by number 15, Caden Whaley. Time of the penalties, 11:01 of the second period. And it's a Utica Junior Comets power play. Dan-Dalin is being tended to. After he lost his glove, I think he got hit on the hand by a stick. And that's really what he was complaining about. This puck is clear, coming down Brock Milacek, and coming out, Narcissus. The check and a save. Loose puck grabbed by Swarthout in the neutral zone. Passes it back to Letourneau. Aiden Van Wee collects this puck, gets reset, passes it over to Drew Main. Drew fires this into the far corner. Gavin Aceto going after it. Letourneau gets to it first. Knocks this past Tyler Main. Aiden Van Wee there, though. Letourneau trying to drive it out. Aiden Van Wee doing a good job of blocking it along the boards. And that puck leaks its way out into the neutral zone. Drew Main retrieves it. Drew Main trying to get things set up. Passes forward for Gavin Aceto. Aceto rips this all the way around for Drew Witchley. Picks this up at the bottom of the faceoff circle. Witchley back to Drew Main at the point. Over to the center point for Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee over to Drew to the middle. Loose puck. Stallberg got a piece of it. Knocked away by Christopher Pierce. And that is tipped and goes out of play. We'll have a face-off at that dot on the left side of Ezra Stallberg. 50 seconds remaining in the minor penalty against the Nats. Face-off goes over to the corner. Benkoski over there to play it. He's got Law on him. Dalin waiting for that puck to come out. Baki trying to push it to him. Baki pulls this back. Now Law has it, takes it back to the corner, sends this behind the goal. Cameron Dalin going after it, looks over his shoulder to see where everybody's at. Coburn Steele not able to get it out. Aceto, Colin Aceto, settles that puck down, top of the circle, sends it to Chad Hall. Center point, shot, save, rebound, loose puck. Dalin lifts it, and it goes over the net. It got tipped. Stallberg doesn't have his stick. Dalin shot, and Ezra Stallberg pins it on the ice. What a save by Ezra. $11 seconds remaining in the power play for Utica. Colin Aceto pulls this back. Chad Hull misses it. Hagen off to the races. Hull wrapping him up. Hagen turning, coming back. Law gets that puck. Hagen still trying. And we got a slash. And that's going to be a slash on Law, I believe. And it is. So Utica Junior Comets penalty number 8, James Law, 2-minute minor for slashing. Number 8, 2 minutes slash. Time of the minor penalty, 13:01. And it's a Syracuse Nats power play with just under 7 minutes to go. John Casey sends that in deep. Gabor picks it up, cycles it around. Centering pass is covered up by Jackson Narchis. 6:46 to go in the period. 147 in the penalty against Law. Face-off won by Utica. Witchley fires this down. Save made. Ezra Stahlberg. Gavin Aceto coming in. Stahlberg passes this up to Haichu. Haichu misses that pass to Casey. Casey plays it off the boards and brings it back into his zone to get things reset. Minute and a half to go in the penalty. Gabor with it. Feeds this to Haichu. Haichu too far ahead. Poked away by Gavin Aceto. Knocked down. And Gabor brings us into the offensive zone. Passes it to John Casey. Casey to the slot shot. Save. Rebound. Covered up by Narchis. Haichu with a swing and a miss. Witchley pushing Gabor out of the way so Narchis could get up. Narchis rubbing his knee. Got snow on it. He's going to be okay. $1:13 remaining in the penalty against James Law. 6:13 remaining in the second period. Gabor taking the face-off against Tyler Main. First face-off for Tyler. He sends this over to the boards. Kalen Brown picks it up, skates it back to the point. He has Baki on him, gives this puck to John Casey. Baki comes over, feeds this in to Kalen Brown, who took that shot, save made by Narchis. 1:01 in the penalty, 6 minutes in the period. Too late, not going to allow that change. We got to toss Tyler from the faceoff dot. Baki in for the faceoff, won by Syracuse. That was one of the worst faceoff drops I've seen in a long time. Haichu over to John Casey. 48 seconds to go until Law is released. John skating his way up. Cuts across in front of Kalen Brown. Takes his puck into the corner. Knocked free by Aiden Van Wee. Passed over to Gabor. Shot. Tipped away off the skate of Finley Hagen. Goes into the corner. Played to Finn. Now to Haichu. Haichu goes into the trapezoid. Loses that puck. Sends it ahead to the corner. Andrew Gabor grabs this at the point. Tries feeding it back. Witchley has it. And he sends this all the way down. Tyler Main racing after, trying to get to there before Haichu. Haichu gets a piece of it. Tyler tried back-checking to steal that puck, not able to. Here comes Haichu. He loses that puck. Brown shot high off the glass, comes back for Andrew Gabor. 5 seconds to go, and we'll have Law released. I don't know. Baki clears that. That's going to be, oh no, icing is waved off. Law slow to chase after that. Finley Hagen had him beat. Was that Hagen or not? That's Malachek, I think. Yeah, it was. Oh, John Casey with it now. Feeds this up to Gabor. Gabor into the neutral zone. Witchley tried putting it across. Picked off by Kalen Brown. But it goes to Joey LaBeouf. LaBeouf to Dalin. Dalin blocked off that puck by Jake Haichu. Haichu sends this up. Turned back by Colin Aceto. John Casey back to pick it up in the corner. Casey. Oh, now comes out Colin Aceto. Had a piece of it. Witchley knocks this forward. Law to Dalin. Dalin grabs this on the right side. Cameron shot. Save. Stahlberg. Dalin taken out. And Ezra covers that puck up. Andrew Gabor cleared Dalin down to the ice after he released that shot. 4:11 remaining in this period. Drew Main taking the face-off. Got Drew, Gavin Aceto, and Cole Campbell on that forward line. LaBeouf and Hull on defense now. Changing things up here. Malachek not able to control that puck. Hull tries sending this into the corner with him. Aiden Swarthout. Loose puck. Drew Main tries getting into a position he can play. It comes back into the corner. Swarthout with it. Swarthout turning around. Fires this over to Malachek. Malachek goes down, gets back up. Chad Hull comes away with this puck. Rips it up to Gavin Aceto. 1-on-2. Gavin going in. He's got Cole Campbell trailing in the center. Shot. Save. Goes over the goal. Gavin Aceto tried to play it back in the trapezoid. He got checked. Jacob Roscoff? I don't know. Swarthout with this puck coming down. No, it was Letourneau that had it. Centering pass blocked by LeBeuf. LeBeuf takes out Swarthout, but he's able to get that puck over to Malatek. From the point, Coburn Steele fires it. That gets tipped up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off with 3:15 remaining in the second period. Syracuse Nats leading 3-2. Who broke this stick? Oh. Oh. Cole Campbell busted stick. Here's Colin Aceto making his way all the way down. Oh, couldn't get the shot off. Christopher Pierce forces him to the corner, pulls that puck free. Dallin grabs it at the hash mark, sends it back into the corner. Collins tried feeding it back out, got tipped. Jake Haichu with it. Haichu tried feeding that ahead of Hagen, and that puck gets iced. That's what happens when you miss breakout passes. .250 to go in this second period. Face off to the right side of Ezra Stahlberg. Colin Aceto in for the draw against John Casey. Stahlberg back to Dallin. Dallin feeds us through for Law, but it got tipped by Caden Whaley. Puck comes out. Haichu. Dallin almost a high stick. I thought he hit Haichu in the helmet. Dallin passes up to Witchley. Witchley across for Law. A little close to the body. Puck sent up in the air. Law recovers it. Law back to Witchley. Witchley. Just ices. .223 to go in the second period. 3-2 at .252. Well, we only have two different numbers up there. Just 2s and 3s on the board. Aiden Swarthout taking a face-off for the Nats. Cole Campbell coming in for the Utica Junior Comets. Campbell pulls this back. Witchley grabs it, skates it in front of his goal. Now back into the trap, so he drops it back to the corner for Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee passes this off to Tyler Main. Tyler to Baki. Baki into the offensive end. Baki forced to the corner by Coburn Steele. Baki still with the puck, sends it, goes off the side net, out in front. Backhand Campbell. Baki swings and misses. Letourneau takes this into the corner. Letourneau tries passing this up. Witchley gloves it down. Gets this around Letourneau. Witchley fires. Save made. Ezra Stahlberg. Loose puck goes to the corner. Swarthout grabs it, fires it out. Kicked ahead by Tyler Main. Tyler turns around. Tyler to the slot. Shot deflected. Baki. Just wanted the net. Baki picks it up, sends it back off the side of the goal. Another shot by Tyler Main. Stahlberg misses it. Loose puck taken to the corner by Swarthout. Feeds it up for somebody. I don't know. I can't quite tell what's going on. Tyler Main out to Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee around Gabor. He used his Tinkerbell stick on that one. Witchley with the puck. Shot low. Save. Ezra. Puck goes into the corner. Now up at the hash mark. Grabbed by Gabor. Gabor feeds us out to Kalen Brown. Brown has that taken away by Witchley. Held in. No. And we've got something going on over here between Witchley and Brown. Official getting himself in between. So Witchley's stick is in the corner. Witchley, I believe, is heading to the bench. I hope. And he is. Kalen Brown going to the box with a roughing penalty. 1 minute to play in the second period. So Syracuse Nats penalty, number 57, Kalen Brown. 2-minute minor for roughing. Number 57, 2 minutes rough. Time of the minor penalty, 19:00. And it's a power play for the Junior Comets. What is this, Fan Appreciation Day? What's going on in the corner? There's a face-off won by the Nats. Christopher Pierce swings and misses, not the second time. He sends that all the way down to the far corner. Like I said, we are in the final minute of the second period. Gavin Aceto skating this puck up into the neutral zone, staying wide. Gavin in, slows down, goes into the corner. Centering pass. Tyler Maine's one-timer is missed. Finn Hagen picks this puck up, tries sending it ahead. Gavin Aceto steals it, and he passes too far ahead of Drew Main. Gavin Aceto thinks the Main brothers are bigger than they really are. That puck knocked away by Hagen in the corner. James Law goes in, takes possession of that puck. 17 seconds, maybe 15 now. Gives this to Aiden Van Wee, back to Law. Law skates this up, passes this to Gavin Aceto. Gavin trying to kick this free. John Casey takes it away. John shot, save, made. Kicked into the corner by Narcis, and that's where this period is going to end. After 2 periods of play, a lot of hullabaloo, but after 2 periods, it is 3-2 in favor of the Nats. We'll start the third period with the Utica Junior Comets on a power play. We are going to take a break for an ice cut. Before we do, I'd like to give a shout out to my sponsors, Two Broke Moms, located on North Jefferson Street in Pulaski, next to the Dollar General, the official merchandise supplier of the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence. Stop in and you can get a the Dan-Dalin hat, t-shirt, sweatshirt, whatever you want. Put it on a travel mug, temporary tattoo, I don't know, whatever. They'll do anything over at Two Broke Moms. Power Play Sports, located off Interstate 81 at exit 47 in Watertown. A fully stocked hockey pro shop for all of your ice hockey needs. Stop in at Power Play Sports. Top-notch roofing CNY.com, where affordability meets quality. Look them up online at www.topnotchroofingcny.com, servicing Oswego County and all points east, west, and south. Glory Construction and Development for all of your new building and new structure construction needs. If you're going to have it built in His glory, servicing Jefferson County and all points north, east, and west. Streamside RV Park and Golf Course, located on Tinker Tavern Road in Pulaski, New York. If you want to be greenside, you got to be streamside, a beautiful 12-hole challenging course on Tinker Tavern Road in Pulaski, New York. And Divots Restaurant and Bar, located inside the clubhouse at Streamside RV Park and Golf Course on Tinker Tavern Road in Pulaski. Cold drinks, delicious food, and warm, friendly people. Divots Restaurant and Bar. Tell them the Dan-Dalin sent you, because I just did. I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, coming to you from the Mid-State Athletic Community Center in Cicero, New York. After 2 periods of play, it is the Syracuse Nats 3, Utica Junior Comets 2, and I'll be back with a fresh cup of coffee. All right, welcome to the third period here in Cicero at the Mid-State Athletic Community Center. Home of the Syracuse Gnats. We got 1 minute on the penalty, the roughing penalty against Kalen Brown, and here is the third and final period. Aichu moves that forward. Gavin Aceto almost grabbed that. Aiden Van Wee's got to go all the way back to the corner to pick that puck up. 40 seconds in the player advantage. Puck got stuck in a puddle, and it is stolen by John Casey. Casey shot on net, save made, rebound up into the netting. Yeah, you can see the lines. We were supposed to see the lines after the first period, too. There was a lot of snow. I didn't stay in here. Probably took the Zamboni 2 tries to, probably got filled up with snow twice. Cutting the ice. Faceoff goes to the corner. Aiden Van Wee sent us all the way around. Witchley misses it. Gavin Aceto pokes at it. Held in at the point, though, by Pierce. Look, throwing a blanket over all of the Utica players there as that puck gets iced. "15 seconds remaining in the power play for Utica. Thank you. Finn Hagen taking that face off for the Nats. Wins the draw. Centering pass. Shot by Henry. Save made by Nartris. Drew Main takes this behind his net. Passes it up to Gavin Aceto. Aceto over the blue line into the O-zone. Oh, that puck gets caught along the ridge. Pass out into middle. Drew Main couldn't get to it in time. Caden Whaley got a piece of it. Tyler Main takes that puck away. Tyler, teams are even. And here comes Finn Hagen with the puck for the Nats. Oh, that's offsides. Haichu way ahead of the play there. $18:40 remaining in the third period. 3-2. Syracuse Nats with the lead. Aiden Swarthout taking a face-off against Colin Aceto. Colin pulls his puck back. Dallin passes it back to Chad Hall. Hall up to Law. Law tries sticking his forward. Colin Aceto going after it. And Letourneau gets to there's a shot. Save made. Rebound picked up. Kalen Brown. Brown skating down on the far side into the offensive end. Has Dallin and LaBeouf on him. Dallin with that puck sends this back to the corner for Joe. Joe sends this up and high. Swarthout misses it. Colin Aceto coming back. Swarthout fires that back into the trapezoid. Joey LaBeouf picks it up. LaBeouf onto the near side. Law not able to handle that puck. It's put out into the middle. Letourneau get a shot off. Comes back with it. On net. Oh, sliding across. Huge save. Jackson Narcisse. Law fires this across to Dallin. Dallin in the middle. Shot. Save made. Rebound comes back. Swinging at it is Colin Aceto. Not able to get another shot off. Kalen Brown coming back. Fires that. Save made by Narcisse. It is the Syracuse Nats 3, Utica Junior Comets 2, with 17 and a half minutes to go in regulation play. Aiden Van Wee pushes this through the trapezoid to the corner, keeps it away from Kalen Brown. Baki not able to catch it. Puck turned back into the corner by Christopher Pierce. Loose puck picked up Cole Campbell. Campbell through the neutral zone. Coburn Steele pinches him off of that puck. Kalen Brown sends this around. Letourneau misses it. Jake Haichu picks this up at the blue line, sends this ahead. Going back with him is Gavin Aceto. He pinches Haichu, so Aiden Van Wee can get that puck to Wichley. Wichley to Campbell to Van Wee. Aiden Van Wee shoots that high, and Stahlberg grabs it out of the air. 16:40 remaining in third period. Syracuse 3, Utica 2. Here at Midstate Athletic Community Center in Cicero, New York. Drew Main in for the face-off against Brock Malachek. Oh, I was incorrect. It wasn't Brock. I think it was John Casey that took the face-off. Anyway, here's Haichu with this puck. Oh, he loses it. Benkoski tries firing it forward. It got tipped along the way. Finn Hagen takes this into the corner. Joe LaBeouf all over him. Comes loose. Drew Main trying to pull it. Goes back to Joe. Now back up. Finn Hagen has it. Hagen up to Benkoski. Benkoski from the point. Fired, deflected off of Tyler's main stick. Goes to Christopher Pierce. He fires on net. Save made. Rebound off of Benkoski's stick into the neutral zone. He's going to drift back to get things reset for the Nats. Pass over to Pierce. Goes off of his skate. He's able to recover and feed this out to Haichu. Haichu across to Hagen. Finn touches this down over the end line. Joey LaBeouf back there trying to play it up along the board. Stopped by Syracuse. Benkoski top of the circle. Whiffs on that. Oh, a through the legs shot by Finn Hagen. How fancy was that? Save made. Jackson Narcisse. 15:34 remaining in the game. 3-2. Syracuse with the lead. There's the faceoff. Colin Aceto pulled this back into the corner. Wichley fires this up for Baki, touches this out for Colin. Colin, hard time catching that pass, sends it forward. It goes right to Letourneau, and he turns it back right to Colin. Aiden Van Wee dumps that puck in. Baki going into the corner against Austin Benkoski to battle for that puck. James Law coming in, trying to find it free. Malachek there as well for the Nats. Law sends that across the top of the paint. Van Wee off the board, sends this in deep. Letourneau grabs it in the trapezoid for Syracuse, sends this along the boards, and Colin Aceto sends it back behind the net to the near corner. Benkoski able to grab it, feeds this up to Malachek. Malachek into the O-zone and the face-off circle, forced in deep by Wichley. Wichley has that puck go through his leg. Aiden Swarthout takes it away. Goes to the far side. Swarthout trying to make space. Passes to Kalen Brown. Brown loses off the end of his stick. Wichley fires it. Baki going over. Trying to pinch off that puck. It gets free. Nat centering pass. And that is just tipped by Wichley. Kalen Whaley puts this back in deep. Picked off by Colin Aceto. Whaley not able to hold it in. Law couldn't get around Whaley. Puck goes to Malachek. Malachek passes it back to Whaley. Caden passes D to D over to Letourneau. Charles Letourneau up to Swarthout, who touches it into the Utica end so that the Nats can go for a line change. 14 minutes remaining in this game. Cole Campbell on the far side sends this through the air for Tyler Main. Tyler missed it. It went through Benkoski, but Benkoski got enough of it that Tyler couldn't play it. He recovers, though, takes that puck all the way around, looking for somebody to pass to or a shooting lane. Drops it off for Aiden Van Wee, I think, or is that Joe LaBeouf? Joe LaBeouf sent it in deep. Cole Campbell back behind the net, getting wrapped up. Now in the corner, Joey LaBeouf goes after it. LaBeouf sends it to the middle. Gavin Aceto not able to get a shot. He got a piece, but not enough. Puck gets cleared. Tyler Main picks it up at center ice. Now he goes in with speed into the corner, tries sending that towards the middle. Gets blocked by John Casey. Casey drops it off in the corner. Nats trying to play this puck out. Letourneau sends this out. Hull catches it in his end. Hull's got Haichu coming up. Passes puck into the neutral zone. Turned back by Caden Whaley. Joe LaBeouf with it now, all the way across for Tyler Main. Tyler moving forward. Tyler's got Cole in there. Tyler, backhand shot, save made. Campbell shot, save made. Ezra Stahlberg with the big saves for the Nats. Ezra Stahlberg continues to be the outstanding goalie he has been for the last 4 or 5 years I've been paying attention to him playing. Maine, Witchley, Baki, Dallin, and Aiden Van Wee on the ice. Dallin taking the face-off against Swarthout. Swarthout wins. Pierce sends this over to the side. Drew Main passes it up at the point. Aiden Van Wee back. Drew lets it go by for Witchley. Witchley not able to catch it in the trapezoid. Dallin going over to try to get to it before Malachek. Dallin has it wrapped up, sends it back to Baki. Baki in the corner battling and loose puck. Baki's gonna feed this ahead for Dallin. Hard pass. Dallin picks it up off the boards, drops it off for Drew Main. Drew takes us to the trapezoid. Near side now. Cycles is up, top of the circle. Leaves it for Baki. Malachek tries to steal it, and Malachek does. Gives this to Swarthout. Swarthout coming out with this puck. He's got Malachek breaking. Malachek receives it. Drew Main piece. Kicks that puck away. Coming back, Baki trying to get that. And does. Oh, the puck turned over. And Hagen taken out. It's a goal. Hagen got tripped. And the puck trickled in. So I missed, my apologies, Caden Whaley went into the penalty box a minute and 3 seconds ago. I'm not sure why. But so that's a Syracuse Nats shorthanded goal scored by number 4, Finley Hagen. Time of the goal, shorthanded goal, 8:06 of the third period. Gavin Aceto centering pass is blocked by Christopher Pierce. Aceto with it again. Feeds this back to Joe LaBeouf. LaBeouf up to Aceto. Shot blocked in front. Chad Hull's shot tipped by Hagen. Drops down on the far side. Loose puck. Swing and a miss. Law not able to get it. Knocked down by Coburn Steele. Steele sends it back behind. Law has it. Feeds us out to LaBeouf. LaBeouf shot. And it goes on the non-stick side. The rebound non-stick side of Tyler Main. Hull plays this in the neutral zone. Back over to LaBeouf. Joe fires this on net. Save Ezra. And he's going to cover that up with 11 seconds remaining. Now, 2 wide open nets. Law not able to get his puck on the stick. And the other one just went on the wrong side of Tyler Main. Gavin Aceto in for the faceoff. Faceoff won by the Nats. They send that all the way down. No icing. 4 seconds remaining in the penalty against Caden Whaley. Chad Hull comes away with that puck. Teams are even. Hull passes it up to Gavin Aceto. Gavin battling, gets that puck loose. Knocks it out into the neutral zone. Gavin going after it. Grabbing it, though, is Finn Hagen. He dumps that down. Joey LaBeouf back to pick it up. Rips this all the way around. John Casey plays it off the boards. Casey sends that across the top of the paint. And this comes all the way out into the neutral zone, collected by Austin Benkoski. Tyler Main trying to block it. Benkoski gets that puck up to Finn Hagen. Hagen to Jake Haichu. Haichu into the offensive end. Passes over for John Casey. Casey plays it off the board. Centering pass. Haichu not able to get a shot off before he crossed over the end line. Snapped over to the boards. Benkoski at the point. Feeds it in deep. Goes back into the trapezoid. Brock Malachek with it. Malachek goes down. LaBeouf jumps over his stick. Gets the puck. Plays it along the boards. And it's taken by Syracuse's John Casey. That shot blocked. Colin Aceto with it at the far corner. Sends this up. Turned back by Letourneau. Puck comes out off the lost skate. Goes to Chad Hull. Hull Sends this off the boards into the neutral zone. Law got a piece of it. Letourneau back to, oh, what? Oh, I thought Law had that. I guess the officials thought differently. That becomes an icing. 9:36 remaining in this game. 2 goals separate these two teams. Syracuse Gnats with 4. Utica Junior Comets with 2. Face off won by Swarthout. Shot taken. And Kalen Brown misses by a mile. And that one sent up, drops down behind the net into the corner. Aiden Van Wee feeds this up to Dalin. Dalin out to Colin Aceto, gets picked off. Swarthout coming back with it. Dalin blocks that pass to Malachek. Dalin swinging around. Sends this out into the neutral zone. Coburn Steele, one touches it across to Christopher Pierce. Pierce fires it on net. Save made by Narchis. He plays that out to Cole Campbell. Campbell sends this around for Dalin. Dalin tries pushing this out, and it gets by Coburn Steele. He recovers that puck at his end of the neutral zone. Dumps that on net. Another save. Andrew Witchley takes this puck through the trapezoid, drops it back for Aiden Van Wee. Aiden Van Wee to Cameron Dalin. Dalin feeds this up to Colin Aceto. Aceto into the ozone. Puck knocked to the corner by Coburn Steele. Aceto back to Dalin. Dalin sends this across to Van Wee. Aiden fires this forward, blocked by Christopher Pierce. Here comes Chris Pierce over the center line at the blue line. Pierce sets up camp, or tried to, at the hash mark and doesn't do nothing. Dalin touches this to Colin Aceto. Dalin wide left, Colin wide right. Colin pulls this puck, knocked by Steele. Coburn picks this up, fires this along the board. Swarthout comes out into the neutral zone. Gavin Aceto comes over, but Swarthout stays with the puck. Swarthout in. Spinning around, fires this across to Hagen. Finn trying to daintily get this around Chad Hall. Sends that high, goes off the side of the net. Picked up by Chad. Chad skating this out, sends this off the boards for Dalin right before he lost it, but not in time. John Casey sends this back. Puck in the slot and picked up by Gavin Aceto. Gavin hits Dalin. Dalin moves up. Dalin around. Forehand shot right at the chest of Ezra Stahlberg. What would have happened had he had Drew Main on his left? Or if he shot in the corner would have been cool too. Face off. Goes into the corner. Tyler Main picks it up. Tyler in deep, trying to make some space between him and Finn Hagen. Sends this back into the corner for Drew Main. Drew was going towards the trapezoid, but there's a player in his way in the form of Caden Whaley. Here's Tyler with the puck. Tyler back to Drew. Drew tries making a move to the middle. Whaley in his way. Drew cycles this around back to the corner. Now at the hash mark, top of the circle. Drew drops this for Chad Hull. Hull takes this into the corner. We got just over 7 minutes to go. Gavin Aceto misses that one touch. Puck makes it to Jake Haitu. Haitu breaks this out to John Casey. Comes back to Casey. Casey, nice back checking. Sorry about that. Puck goes back behind the net. Finn Hagen there. Hagen trying to pull this out. Drew Main takes it away. Sends this to the corner. Tyler going after it. Chips this out into the neutral zone. Here's Gavin Aceto. Gavin has Austin Benkoski in front of him. Jake Haitu comes back, pulls that puck away, and Jake has it in his possession. Jake fires this all the way across to Caden Whaley. Whaley. Oh, that would be an offsides. If Hagen keeps playing it, it will be. Witchley, 6.5 minutes, less than. Witchley fires this up, and I guess he was passing it to Caden Whaley. Whaley sends this forward. Tyler Main moves this back to Andrew Witchley. Witchley curls up on the near side, off the glass, glove down by Caden Whaley. Whaley fires this forward, goes on net. Narchis plays it over to the side. Aiden Van Wee picks it up. Aiden Van Wee, and weaving his way through the defensive zone into the neutral zone, up to Tyler Main, touches it to the corner. Van Wee going in with Whaley, throws Whaley aside. Aiden Swarthout with this puck, sends it back to the corner for Whaley. Whaley lets it go up for Malachek. Malachek gets it and passes across the open ice off the board, played by Benkoski. Pushes it ahead for Kalen Brown, who touches it over to the sideboard. Aiden Van Wee takes it away. Fires this out into the neutral zone. Letourneau stops it there. Letourneau fires this in. Glove down by Joey LaBeouf. LaBeouf off the glass. Goes back to Austin Benkoski. Benkoski off the board. Stopped by Joey LaBeouf. LaBeouf fires this in deep. Less than 5.5 minutes to go. Letourneau in his trapezoid sends this up off the boards. Joey LaBeouf is going to play this in his end of the ice. Joe to Chad Hall Jr. Chad up to Colin. Colin to Baki. Baki fans on that one. Baki catches up to it in the trapezoid, gets by Letourneau. In the corner, loses his edge, goes down, falls on his back. Puck gets sent up. John Henry knocks it into the neutral zone. Joe LaBeouf grabs it, fires it back into the corner. Utica checks up on sides. Bankowski grabs it, able to get this out to Malachek. Malachek tries to send it forward, turned back by Campbell. Now Malachek fires it ahead. Joey LaBeouf going to pick it up through the trapezoid. Comes up for Baki. Baki tries getting this out to Colin Aceto. Colin moving forward, and he gets pinched off, and Swarthout comes away with that puck. Campbell attacks him like a woodsman, and he's going to get a slashing penalty. Or trip? All right, whatever. I would personally call that a slash, but we can call it a trip. It doesn't really matter. Utica Junior Comets penalty number 5, Cole Campbell. 2-minute minor for tripping. Number 5, 2 minutes trip. Time of the minor penalty, 15:34 of the third period. And Utica finds themselves shorthanded again in a very precarious position. Finn Hagen up to Haichu. Haichu back to Hagen. Hagen sends this in deep to Swarthout. Swarthout back behind the net, feeds this out in front for Henry. Henry gives this to Casey. Casey to Haichu. Shot, kick, save. Comes over on the side, played by Haichu at the hash mark. Back to Swarthout. Swarthout up to Haichu. Haichu at the point now. Haichu over to the middle, takes that shot. Got a little piece of it. Drew Main. Kalen Brown plays it off the backboard, comes up, passes to the center point position for John Casey. Casey to Haichu, Haichu back to Casey. Casey over the side, Swarthout, passes across, and Kalen Brown not able to get that shot. Gavin Aceto with the puck. Gavin has Drew Main coming in with him. Gavin in, shot, off the side of the post and goes back behind. Puck trickles its way into the neutral zone. Witchley steps up, turns it back. Casey plays it. John Casey cycling is less than a minute to go in the penalty kill for Utica. Just over 3 minutes to go in this game. John Casey with it, sends this all the way across far side. Swarthout has to play it off the board. Swarthout with it, fires this to John. John receives this puck, sends it back over to Swarthout, back to Casey. Casey winds up, does not take the shot, looks, now he shoots, and it's kicked away by Witchley. Haichu with it. Law in the corner, rips this back behind the net. And this is held in by John Casey. He sends this back in deep from the corner. Now the trapezoid. Finn Hagen with it. Hagen sends this up to John Casey. 10 seconds to go. Shot. Saved. Haichu picks it up behind the net. Haichu tried centering it. Witchley blocks it. 5 seconds to go. Jake Haichu out to John Casey. Kicks it over. Passes to Swarthout. Shot and a save. Rebound. Van Wee. No. Tyler Main knocked out his player, Witchley, going after that loose puck in the corner. Feeds this down. Oh, that gets stopped by John Casey. Gavin Aceto is waiting at the blue line for that stretch pass. 2 minutes to go here in this game. Drew Witchley, board pass to Tyler Main. Tyler misses it. Coburn Steele picks this puck up. Steele fires this out into the neutral zone. Off the board, played by Malachek. Brock has it knocked away by Colin Aceto. Colin kicks it up to his twig, fires that forward, blocked down by Kalen Brown. Tyler Main diving after that puck, doesn't get it at the goal. Swarthout able to clear it. Malachek touched it. Icing waved off. I think Chad Hull got a piece of it as well. 1:40 to go in the game. Hull from his trapezoid. Swarthout coming over. Passes this to Tyler Main. Main knocks this ahead. Colin Aceto drives this by Coburn Steele. Puck gets deflected into the middle. Picked up by Christopher Pierce. Pierce to Finn Hagen. Hagen in the air to Malachek. Malachek at center ice. Brings this into the ozone. Loses it. Chad Hull recovers. Board pass to nobody. Finn Hagen picks it up. Dumps this in. Joe LaBeouf sends this over to the corner. Chad Hull comes up, passes across. That got touched. It changed direction. Inertia, the laws of inertia says that was touch. An object in motion stays in motion unless it's interfered. There's the face-off. Tyler Main tries knocking ahead. Letourneau gets in the way. Drew Main gets us out into the neutral zone. Jake Haitu feeds this back to Benkoski, who dumps it in. Aiden Van Wee grabs it. 50 seconds remaining. Witchley off the boards for Law. Law out to Drew Main. Law. Shot. Kick save. Ezra Stahlberg. Aiden Van Wee from the point. The clapper gets tipped and goes wide. Comes up near side. Picked up by John Casey. Can't get it out past Drew Witchley. Less than 30 seconds. Now out it comes. Law has it. Van Wee picks it up. Jake Haitu on him. Little soft pass to Law. Law nudges it ahead. Too far ahead. Letourneau turns it back. Witchley turns, rips it. And that gets knocked down by Casey. Swarthout with it in backhand. Van Wee pushes him away. 10 seconds to go. Swarthout sends this out. This comes back into the neutral zone. And the Syracuse Gnats are going to win this game 4-2. So Syracuse and Utica split the weekend. And I have no idea what that means in state standings. Yeah, I don't remember what the first thing. Good seeing you too. So this game ends in a 4-2 victory for the Gnats. Yesterday, Utica won 4-2. Was it 4-1? Oh, no, that's right. I crossed that off. That's right. We won yesterday 4-1. So if goal differential is the first differentiator, then Utica is going to go to state. And I'll see you there on March 6th, 7th, and 8th. Wait to find out for sure. But this game does end Syracuse 4, Utica 2. A very physical game, but it did not get out of control. So I would have to give some credit to the officials for maintaining control of the game, even though some nonsensical stuff happened in that second period. It all came back, and everything is going to be okay. So from the at least it's not water. Hey, Weezer, can you go down and get ends in a 4-2 victory for Syracuse. We're getting a team picture of Utica here. We'll have to find out more about who's going to states and how this is all working. If my understanding is correct, I do believe that the Utica Junior Comets are going to go to states because they came out ahead for the goal differential. Either way, from the Mid-State Athletic Community Center in Cicero, New York, I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence. Thanking you for watching, thanking you for subscribing, and reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day, make it a great day. Thank you very much.